on George Mason University. Welcome back inside the press box at our special live edition for Mason Madness right inside the Patriots Center.
Yeah.
I'm Vandy Bernard.
I'm Perry Buckley.
I'm DeMonte Shaw.
And I'm Matt Newman.
All right, so, hold on. We need to switch things up a little bit. We need we need to put up some swag real quick.
Swag.
Mason
There we go.
swag. Hey.
Very nice.
Now we look
Good.
better. Yeah.
We all good? We all good?
Ready to go. Yep.
Cool. Well, we know this is a big year for us. This is the first, it's inaugural season into the A10. You know it?
Yeah.
Big things.
Big things
So
happening.
men's and women's basketball, we're about to get things started, get things kicked off. So let's first recap women's basketball last year. We definitely want to improve on last year, definitely turn things around from last season. Of course, with new coach, Coach Nyla, what are we looking forward to this year from the women's on the women's side?
Breaking 500.
Breaking
Yeah.
500.
I believe we can do it. She seems like she's got a plan ready. We kind of chatted with some players. They seem like they're really buying into what she has for them. So
That's important.
they're definitely on board with whatever she has. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go out and support them this year.
Definitely.
I agree. It's going to be tough for them losing their top two scorers and Renika, and Amber Esther as well. So that's going to be tough. And they also lost 4 out of their top 6 scorers. So it's going to be tough, but they're going to need some of that young talent to step up and fill in and, like you said, buy into what the coach is playing.
Yeah.
I have to agree with y'all. I'm just looking forward to some exciting women's basketball. Like I said, let's break that double-digit team win.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know, talking to the coach, talking to players, they seem like they're having fun. They're doing their thing. So I'm really looking forward to it.
There's a buzz around this season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely, talking about buzz, A10, joining A10 is buzz alone. But new coach brings new hope, new beginning, and like you said, they're buying into it, and that's the most important thing because we got to get that. We got to buy into the system. We want that consistent play, and definitely looking forward to some entertaining and exciting games.
What we really need to do is increase that attendance. The attendance for the girls' games was 633 on average for the home games, and for the guys, it was 4,552. So, yeah, when you're getting that difference in numbers, it's. I mean, you have the support on the guys' side, but I don't know why it's just not there for the girls' side. So we really need to promote and come out and support the girls.
Definitely. Of course, we're going to be out there. We're going to support them. So join us in joining them. And, of course, A10 inaugural kickoff. So, we can't stress it enough that we really want to be there to support them. I mean, given that if it's home field, we want to give them that home field advantage.
Definitely.
We want to run out the team right out the stadium, right out the Patriots.
Exactly.
All right, so let's switch things over to the men's side. And the last season, final season of the CAA. We wanted to see some better things, but overall, towards the end of the season, we started to play consistently. We ended up, making a run to the CAA tournament, and it was great through the CAA tournament. Last week, Tyler mentioned on the show up through the CAA tournament, up to that first half of the CAA championship game against Northwestern, where things just kind of fell apart. Other than that run was a great run. We played well, played consistent, played tight, suffocating defense, and even to CBI. So what do you guys take away from last season and towards that run towards the end?
You pointed out just a second ago when they were playing consistently. That's just what we need is consistency. Because we look so good sometimes where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel like they could beat anyone. I mean, that's because they have so much talent that they just need to expose it to the world. Because we have especially when our defense gets going, leads to our offense. When our sharpshooters get going, when our big men get going, we are a dangerous team. And if we can just play with consistency and we can have that drive through all 4 quarters, I think we can go big places.
Yeah.
Like you said, playing to that last buzzer, they'll have great games playing all the way through to about 5-10 minutes left in that last half, and then I don't know what happens, but everything just seems to collapse. And I know we can hang with the top dogs. Playing against Maryland and hanging tight with them till the end, almost beating Michigan.
We beat Virginia in our first game.
First game of the season.
Exactly. A huge upset.
Really well.
We have the talent. I believe we have a great coach. They just have to keep it together and be durable. Keep up that consistency, that defense, and that scoring throughout the whole game.
Exactly. We're usually a slow starting team as well. So we really need to make sure we come out and jump on them immediately. Really get that ball in transition, where one of our strengths, and really just run. And then once we get it out in transition, we can try to spread the floor, like you said, get our shooters involved, and really work the inside out game. Sherrod was our leading scorer last year, and then Arlen was our second leading scorer. So try to work that inside-out game a little bit and get Copes involved, and then the shooters as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
And I'm thinking, back to last season, we definitely need our big men to stay out of foul trouble.
Yep,
that was one
that's
thing
very
that
true.
hurt us, because when our big men are on the court, that's what makes the difference in terms of getting that suffocating defense, that low post presence down low, being able to block shots and protect the rim. So we definitely need them to stay out of foul trouble, and I think it helps the whole team limit the turnovers and just play suffocating defense.
Yep. Yeah. I would say one of the biggest places we can upgrade is our rebounding, because there was like sometimes I would feel like we would just go down the court and it would be one shot for us, and then we're going the other way, and then the opponent would get the ball on their side of the court, and they would get like 3 shots sometimes just because they were out rebounding us, and like we have some tall people. Yeah. We have some hustlers too. Yeah. So if we improve the rebounding rate, then we could be really good as far as that's concerned.
My hope this season, to both of you guys' points, is that we're so deep at big men that I'm hoping that foul trouble won't be an issue, because we're 5-6 deep with big men, and I'm hoping that the newer guys this year who didn't get a chance to play, like Jalen Jenkins and Marco will get more minutes. I'm hoping that they'll come in, more aggressive down. We know Marco's aggressive. I mean,
yes.
He's in that man throw a bow or two. So.
Nobody.
Yeah, we're so deep at it. I mean, I feel like they can play more aggressive because they know we've got the backup to come in and carry that load.
Exactly.
So hopefully during the offseason they build up that team chemistry, because you mentioned it earlier. So we have basically all of our starters last year coming back this year. Yeah, we only graduated a few players. Yeah. So that team chemistry is really hopefully is going to be there from last year, and just keep building, because as the season progressed last year, we got better and better, and then hopefully over the offseason they worked extra hard and come out with fire this year.
So what are we looking forward to this season? What are we predicting this first season at A10? What are we looking like? Of course, everybody has their own predictions. The experts and all the critics have their predictions of where we're going to stand, where we're going to be. Where do we think we're looking this year?
We're actually predicted to come in 8th in the A10, and Sherrod was a preseason second all-conference selection. So, what do you think about that? 8th?
How many teams are there?
I think we can get a little higher than 8.
Definitely.
I think we're better than 8th. And just like you mentioned, we have our starters coming back. Yeah. And Tyler also mentioned last week on the show is that we, out of all the teams in the A10, we have the most returning, most people returning on our team, the most consistency. Exactly. So I think that's going to be beneficial for us. I think that alone is going to help us. And I think we can do a little better than 8th. I think we could definitely challenge on top near the A10. I think we, might be being a little optimistic, but I think we can definitely do the upper half of the A10.
I'm right along with you. I definitely feel like we can hang with anybody. Like I said, in a lot of the early tournaments we had last year, like I said, we hung with Michigan, we hung with Maryland. These are top-notch schools. So I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody in Atlanta 10. I think our guys can hang with any of them. So should we take number 1?
Yeah.
Hopefully they play with that confidence they're oozing right now.
I didn't give them a pregame speech.
I definitely think that we might be like that, like one of those like surprise teams that like people are like, oh, George Mason Patriots,
Sleep on us.
Well, what are they gonna do? Yeah. But I think that I think we're moving up a division, like in terms of like the integrity division, and I'm like we seem to play better against bigger opponents. Yeah. And I feel like that will translate. People are going, we're gonna get super hyped for this game. We're playing against, we're gonna be playing against our state rivals, VCU.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's
gonna be a great season.
Revolutionary rival going on now with George Washington.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to another one.
The orange line, whatever you want to call it. We're going to point it here first.
Either way, it's gonna be hype.
Yeah, like Matt said, we usually play like up or down to our competition. So hopefully this year we play up. Because being that last year our points for were 16.1, which was 6th in the CAA, but that ranks 10th in the A10. So we got to score more and also got to defend better, because we had 65 points against, which was 3rd in the CAA. Like you said, we had good defense, but that's 7th in the A10. So again, the integrity is definitely lifted up of the conference, and we're gonna have to step up right to it.
Yep.
Well, we'll definitely see what happens this season. We're definitely looking forward to it. But George Mason University, don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right inside the press box, live from the Patriot Center. Mason Madness, baby. Woo woo!
Yeah!
What's going on, George Mason University? Welcome back inside the press box. And recently we had pretty big honor, big interview. Big
Yes.
interview.
Yeah, very.
We recently were able to interview and discuss and talk with Coach Nyla for the women's basketball team.
Yep.
And
Brand new coach.
Yeah, brand new coach. Great interview, and we're gonna show you some snippets of it right now.
How exactly did you start and get into coaching? Did you go into that?
I graduated from K-State in '85, and I started actually at the high school level. And I taught and coached at the high school level for 14 years. Then I had an opportunity to start a Division II program at Drury University. They had never had a program before, so I did that. I was there 8 years, and I went to Missouri State. So this is going to show my age a little bit, but this is actually my 29th year of coaching. So I started at the high school level, and have been very, very fortunate, very lucky to work my way up into the A-10 at George Mason.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. On top of all of that, you're also a scholar. I mean, you're a valedictorian of your high school, magna cum laude. How do you stress that importance to your players?
You know, academics really are important, and we stress on and off the court how important it is to be, that person that strives to be the best you can be every day. And we don't ask everybody to be straight A students, but we ask them to do the best that they can, go to class every day. At the end, particularly on the women's side, very, very few are going to have the opportunity to do this for a long, long time. So be able to support themselves, have a family, do those sort of things is very, very important to me.
Set them up for the long term.
It absolutely.
Yeah. Like as a coach at this sort of institution, what are your goals for this upcoming season? It's our first season in the A-10. Your first season as a coach. What are you looking to see from our team this year?
We know we have a lot of work to do in terms of moving to the A-10, but what a great opportunity for me and for this team to go into the A-10. So we're going to compete, try to get better every day. I can tell you that they have gotten better. They're working extremely hard. This is a great group of young ladies. They want to win. They want to be successful. Our ultimate goal is to win an A-10 championship. Whether or not we're able to do it this year, that's going to be the goal. But that's where this program wants to head. And also, this program's never been to an NCAA tournament. I think only has been to 3 postseason play in the WNIT. This program desperately wants to get into postseason play.
And as you can see, George Mason University, we had a wonderful time, wonderful interview with Coach Nyla. Learned a lot of things, and
definitely.
What are some of the things that we took away from the interview with Coach Nyla? And thank you again, Coach Nyla, for taking time out to interview with us. We really appreciate it. Appreciate helping us out. So, what do we take away from that?
One thing I took away is that our new women's coach is awesome. She was really cool. I really like
really was.
Yeah, and she really knew what she was talking about. I'm excited to hear that she she's like, oh, it's our first year. She's like, oh, we want the A-10 championship. And she has reason, we might not get it, but she's like, oh, that's already in her head right here.
Right,
she wants that championship.
Yeah.
That's what I want to hear from a head coach of a team at my university.
Yeah. I was just happy to see that she's a well-rounded individual. I mean, not only does she know basketball, she's done volleyball, track. She was the captain of her rodeo team in college at Kansas State. I mean, how many coaches have that as their background? That's a pretty sweet resume, if you ask me. And I believe I feel you take away things from these quirky things that you do in life, and I feel like you can bring that together and give them something that no one else can.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I'm looking forward to her. Maybe she has some different outlooks on the game and how she does things. So
going on with that well-roundedness, she really stresses the academics too. And we talked to a couple players actually before and after the interview, and they said that they love Coach Nyla and that she's really, really passionate. You can see the passion in that interview, and hopefully that passion can be brought out through their play on the court.
Yeah. As you can see, I mean, our women's program is in great hands.
Definitely.
It's in wonderful hands. I mean, we could have got and acquired a better coach to lead our program, and however long the turnaround might be, I think with Coach Nyla, it's going to be a quick turnaround. We're definitely going to see things improve on the women's side, and that's what we're saying. You definitely have to come and check it out. We definitely have to support the women's game. I mean, we support the men's basketball. You mentioned we got to support, bring up that attendance for women, and support all the athletes, support Patriot Pride. So we definitely want to do that.
looking forward to my man Patrick Holloway stepping up for the men. I honestly, this may be crazy. I think he's gonna break like the 3-point record in the Atlantic Sense. I think if he gets enough shots up, he's gonna knock him down. And I'm looking forward to seeing him shine this year. So that's what I'm looking forward to this season.
I'm looking forward to see Brian Allen play. He's my favorite player. This is going to be his senior year this year. So it's going to be like my last chance to see him play. I like, one, he's a great skill player. He has great moves in the paint, on the drive, great shooting from outside. But what I like to see more from him than anything is that he plays with such hustle and tenacity, which is something that I think that anybody can respect being an athlete.
I'm most looking forward to watching Anway play. Anway Okoloji just brings incredible intensity off the bench, and his numbers I think this year are going to increase exponentially. He showed last year on the defensive end that he's a stalwart, and you can't get past him. And his offensive play has increased as well, and hopefully put in some time during the summer and increase on that end. So I'm looking forward to see him play.
Yeah. And well, you guys pretty much took a couple of mine. I mean, I'm looking forward to, as you know, we mentioned a few weeks ago on the show, looking forward to Patrick. And again, we talked about Adelaide, just that energy he brought last year. And like you said, I expect everything to increase, bring that energy, that also that just tenacity, that ferociousness. I'm looking forward to that. Mostly, I'm just looking forward to enjoying the game.
Yeah.
The energy that's at the games, the excitement, Mason coming out.
There's so much fun. Come out.
I mean, so much fun. There's no reason not to come out here.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm looking forward to going to the women's games. I'm gonna be really very honest. I didn't go to any last year, but this year I don't know. I just feel like there's so much excitement around it. I can't stay away.
You have to go. You have to go.
So join me, Mason Nation. Let's take a big step. Let's take a big
Let's
step.
Hey, Mason Madness is a good place to get that started.
Exactly.
Let's start right here. Let's start right here.
All started with a dream.
That's one thing Coach Nala is really stressing too. She's really, really down to earth and really wants to bring in all the fans. So she's down for doing anything. So special surprise tonight at Mason Madness. So you should come out and see what she's got in store.
Need to check it out. And so, we're hyped for this basketball season.
Yeah, I know.
Hyped for the A10. We're going to be there. We're going to be ratchet. We're going to be hyped all over the place.
Whoa, turn up.
And we're ready for Mason Madness. You ready?
Turn up, man.
Turn
up. Turn up.
All right, George Mason University. This is Pressbox live at Mason Madness in the Patriot Center.
Oh, yeah.
As always, I'm Vader Bernard.
I am Perry Buckley.
Oh, yeah.
I am. Turn up, man. Turn up.
He's DeMonte Shaw. I'm Matt Newman.
Thank you. And as always, George Mason University. Press on.
Woo! 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 Mason Madness. Woo!